It's your main man, ClubberD, the Combat G, always in a place to be, and we're here for the fellas have come, joined. We joined forces. We're like Voltron minus 2 people. I got Troy, I got Peach. We're going to talk about WrestleMania 42. And again, I got my man Shane Peacher and the homie Troy. How y'all doing today?
Hey, doing great, man. Hey, just coming off a long weekend of wrestling for myself. Monday Night Raw ended last night, so let's do this.
That's right.
Doing great.
How you feeling,
Doing great,
Troy?
man.
That's what I'm about. And if you guys don't know, you guys will be hearing a lot from Troy pretty soon, because when it comes to bourbon in Virginia, this man knows any and everything about it, okay? I think he has a distillery in his backyard somewhere. You know, I walked by Blanton's, they were like, hey, what's up, Troy? They were like, damn, they know him too. So it's just ridiculous. He know it all. He got it all. That's his. Stay tuned for some bourbon tales with this man. Stay tuned. But yeah, we're going to talk about WrestleMania 42. It was over the weekend. And as a person who grew up watching wrestling, pretty much like everybody on this panel, we're all at the age of watching Hulk Hogan, and Ric Flair, and then the Sting and people like that, and The Rock and Stone Cold. We've seen the evolution of, you know, the smaller wrestling when it goes from the territory era, then to, you know, the big arenas, and when there was just, you know, a couple companies to 2 companies, and then one big company being WWE. Now, we're at the point where WrestleMania is bought out by TKO. I'm sorry, WWE has been bought out by TKO, and I believe this is the second WrestleMania in Vegas back-to-back. So we have something to go off of how WrestleMania last year was opposed to WrestleMania this year. With the new company, you know, having 2 nights isn't new to them, but the structure of these 2 nights is a little bit different, I believe, in the last few years, because we saw a lot of promoting of all types of things. It was 4-hour show. You had maybe an hour and 40 minutes of wrestling on night 1. So it's a lot of ad dollars coming in. Before we jump into matches, how'd you guys feel about the structure of WrestleMania and how they did the match, opposed to all the waiting we had in between the matches of them, you know, having commercials and whatnot?
Well, I think this is the first year that they've done the 2 nights that I think they actually could have did it in one night with all that advertisement. I mean, you got to the main event of night 2, I think it was like 8:00.
Yeah.
And then it didn't kick off till almost 8:45 because of the commercials and the video packages and stuff like that. But hey, that's the new era of wrestling. ESPN needs that money back. So that's what they're doing. And it'll probably be like that for the rest of this contract, at least.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't a big fan of it. I thought it was kind of, you know, I'm glad it ended a little early, because, you know, at this advanced age of mine, you know, when something's delayed or stalled, I get one too many noodle necks, and then, you know, ESPN's watching me a little later. So how'd you feel about that, Troy?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The same thing, man. Just kind of zoned out on it and try to catch up on it the next day. Just recapping everything. So, yeah.
And I'm with you on that, because I had to recap myself, because some of these matches I didn't even see live. I had to come back and of course, one Paige, her coming back, helping out the Bella Twin, Bella Twins. That was pretty cool. I will say one thing though. If the young lady is in crutches and Paige comes out, don't leave her, okay? Y'all just hop, skipping, and jumping to the ring while she's 30 yards behind, just on the crutches, waiting to catch up. That's cold-blooded. You know, don't do that to your partner, okay? You don't.
Hey, 80 yards on crutches is tough, Dion. And they
sure.
got a match to wrestle, so they can't wait an hour for Nikki to hobble on down.
Well, is that Daniel? Is that Daniel? What you call it? Wife, or is that?
No, Nikki was the one that was dating Cena, and then went on Dancing with the Stars. Brie, the one that was actually healthy and in the match, is Daniel Bryan's wife.
Okay, so that's why you're doing the yes stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, we could talk about that match real quick. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't the main thing was Paige coming back, and you know, we all know how she left and then went to AEW, and as Saraya is a real name, and then came back obviously to WWE. And, you know, I think she left because they won't let her wrestle or something like that. Was she gonna get clear with her neck or something?
Correct. She had a neck injury. They said she couldn't pass the physical. Went to AEW, passed the physical, so now she's back, and really good pop for her too. And I was kind of shocked by that. I mean, the crowd went nuts.
Right.
The most shocking thing about it was that they actually won. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So that was I think once they were like, Paige is in the match, I think they changed the ending, to be honest with you, because I don't think there was any way in hell the Bellas were going to win the tag team titles.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's kind of like when just thinking off head right now, when I think it was the Hardy Boys, and they made their return. that their surprise return to WWE one time in WrestleMania, and they had won the belts, and it was like, what? How they win? But it is what it is. Um, before
That's
we,
shock value. You need shock value, right?
yeah, you got to have some type of wow. I mean, you got what 50 something thousand people in attendance, so you gotta wow the masses. And one thing I did see that I thought was weird that they were transporting people from the front rows, and if you did not have a blue sticker, you could not keep that chair you were in. And they
Right.
were arresting people who were sitting in their seat and trying to ease out the way, I guess, when their time was done. And if you didn't have that blue wristband or whatever, you're going to jail.
And those
Wow.
idiots got arrested on night 1, so they're not allowed to come back on night 2. Dummies.
It's
Golly, idiots.
How do how's it feel? You go downtown, you get booked, you go to the magistrate, and they're like, "Hey, what you in for?" "Hey, man, yeah, I was public." "Oh, what you in for?" "Yeah, I got in a fight at the casino." "What you in for?" "I stole a chair." What is that? But that's one of the things where they're bringing all these celebrities and these guests to sit in these seats for a match or two, and then usher them out, and someone else comes in there. So it's a price you pay, price you pay.
And those seats are thousands of dollars, by the way. So that is kind of big time stealing. You try to steal somebody's seat, because those floor seats with the chairs, yes, they are thousands of dollars, my friend.
How do you get the seat home? How do you have to buy an extra plane? Do you just meal it? How do you get that thing?
Well, I went to 18 and 19, and I got one of those chairs. I got it out in
Mhm.
my living room. You have to ship it home.
Yes,
You
you
can't
go.
take it on the plane. So you go to a UPS store and just ship it, and then it meets you home. Sometimes it beats you home.
No, okay. Well, that's very interesting. So, how many WrestleManias you been to, Peach?
I've been to 2. I went to 18 and 19, which I can't go to any better one. Hogan Rock. I mean,
Yeah,
come on, let's go. And then 19's considered a great one too. Hogan McMahon, and then you
yeah,
had Brock versus Angle for the world title, where Brock tried to do that shooting star press, knocked himself out. So
yeah.
yeah, I was at both of those. It was pretty great.
Gotcha. Move your camera just to the just a little bit because you're half face. There you go. Now we got your mug on here. All right, okay, yeah. So on night one, besides night one, the main event, one match I did want to touch on was the Gunther versus Seth Rollins match. I thought that was one of the better matches of a lackluster night one. The ending obviously was great with Braun Breaker coming in and doing that 80-yard sprint, freaking spear. What'd you guys think about that match?
Well, two very good guys in the ring. That's what they do best, put on a show. They did that. It was a great match, like you said. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't expect anything else from Gunther, to be honest. I like him a lot. I know people are kind of like upset about his gimmick of retiring people, but hey, man, they're trying to push this guy because he's good enough to be pushed.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
1,000%. Yeah.
See, it's thing with Gunther. Like his name was what Walter on the was it Walter?
Walter NXT, yep.
Yeah, NXT in the Indies, and then they kind of. I don't like when they change their names like that. That's whatever. But
Especially when they're in the company and you do it, like we don't remember. We're just stupid and we don't remember the name.
Sting one day that comes back as Crab. What? Where? There's a Sting was it's stupid. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, that match, I mean, yeah, like I said, there's two guys that know what they're doing, and it's weird seeing Seth Rollins, who, had the biggest turn with Paul Heyman being with him last WrestleMania in the main event in that three-way, and then now he's fighting Gunther. Not saying it's a step down, but it's just weird how that happens. I guess that injury that he had kind of derailed the storyline they were going with him and Punk.
Well,
Uh,
you forget the injury to Braun Breaker is what really did it, because that's
mm,
the match. That's what the match was
That was,
supposed to be. It's supposed to be Braun versus Seth, but you can't build it.
mm,
You can't build it up when Braun's hurt and can't be there.
yeah.
So
mm.
although he came back, he wasn't ready for the pre stuff, right? The build up. He couldn't be there for the build up. So that's what happened. So it's kind of a thrown together match. They both didn't have matches until like 2 weeks prior, like him and Gunther. So they just put that together, and for it being put together on such short notice, I think it was a good match.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh? What about my man? L.A. Knight didn't. He didn't wrestle, did he? I don't think
No,
he.
He wrestled in that iShow Speed tag
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
That's
at
right.
the
Oh,
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
that one. Yeah, there we go. So I didn't see most of that match. So whichever one you guys have seen, I only saw the ending, but I didn't really watch most of that match. So please fill me in. What I missed?
Well, that's you didn't miss much. I mean, that's what it was. It was showing off the athleticism of iShow Speed. That was their main goal, I think. You know, and the frog splash was spectacular. And I mean, I don't know he's been training. I don't know if he's going to turn into Logan Paul and become a full-timer, but it looks like he has the ability to do so. I mean, he is kind of a pipsqueak small guy, though. I don't know how far you're going to get in the title picture, but he's definitely super athletic, and I'd love to see him in like a ladder match or something.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't heard
that would be
Pipsqueak in a long
that
time.
would be really good. Yeah.
Now, he's young enough. Yeah, he could probably do that. I mean, at my age, I'm not taking a bump for none of those guys. You body slap me, I'm calling the police. But I think he has a star power. I'm not overly fan of him. I'm not saying anything negative, but I just don't know what he does. I guess he's part of the streaming culture. Props to him, but I just don't really I don't get it.
He's got a huge following, and he'll bring in those people to watch wrestling, right? That's what the WWE is thinking here. They're
Yeah.
like, he's got a whole huge crowd that he can bring in for the ratings and stuff like that. So we'll see.
It's catch-22 bringing that type of crowd because are they there just for him or are they there for the long run? Can you get them to actually appreciate professional wrestling instead of just watch him do a couple cool moves and then, fade off to the sunset?
Right.
Boxing has the same issue with fighters like Ryan Garcia, where he's part of the new streaming world and all they do is just get on kick and say dumb stuff and people follow them. But these fighters, it's just the fan base. I'm eager to see how that goes with WWE. I'm eager to see how that goes. But that was an early match we talked about that. Let's see who else. We had another title change with AJ losing to Becky Lynch. I was kind of these interests. I wanted to touch on these interests. I feel like back in the day, you might have Punk with his band, or maybe Triple H having to come out with the Crazy Throne or something like that. Maybe one or two people, but it seems like everybody, and I mean everybody, has a cool entrance at WrestleMania. It kind of throws me off because usually for me, if they spend more money on the entrance, you're probably going to win. But now they're screwing me up with this one, and shout out to them too. Becky Lynch won. I thought that match wasn't bad. AJ Lee still got it. What y'all think about that one?
I thought it was decent. I mean, it is what it is. I think AJ Lee's kind of like past her prime. She's kind of in that old school divas type wrestling. So these new women can actually go, but she's okay. I will say this with the entrance: if you're going to bring out a whole bunch of kids and do her skipping entrance, make sure that the kids can skip. Because some of those kids, it was pretty dang awkward and they couldn't skip and it looked bad. But hey, they had fun out there and I understand it. So at least there's that. At least they had a good time.
Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. I will say, one of the girls, she was like getting in all that, doing all, she's really living up to it. And then she went to go get the high five from AJ and just kept going. DD,
oh yeah, you could
DDP herself.
You could tell she played Miss Mary Mack on the playground back in her school.
Miss Mary Mack. Jesus Christ. First, not Miss Mary Mack. What's the next old one you're gonna bring up? Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Yeah. So they had that match, and then I'm trying to think who's the was so Gunther and Seth. That was the co-main event, correct?
Basically, yeah, I think so. For night one, for sure.
Yeah, and wrapping up night one was you had the weirdest grudge match between Cody and Randy Orton, where the person on the phone was Pat McAfee, and nobody was even thinking it would be him. And then when we found out it was him, nobody cared that it was him on the phone, and did Cody dirty. Cody tried. I'll say one thing about Cody: he tried hard to sell this match, to prove to everybody this is a big match. And I feel the Pat McAfee being involved kind of ruined his efforts.
100%. 100%. I think both of those guys put on a hell of a match, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had to fight against that horrible storyline, though, and it kind of ruined it. I don't understand why it was McAfee, because when Randy was on the phone, he said there's more than one royal family in wrestling. So you thought it was going to either be his dad, maybe even Vince.
Yeah,
and then it just ended up being McAfee. Nothing came out from it at the show. It was just McAfee being a heel, right? And then Randy turns on him basically for no reason. What? Because he didn't count 3 because Cody kicked out? Like, it didn't make no sense, but those guys put on a hell of a match, and they tried to overcome the bad storytelling, but it didn't do it all the way. It didn't dig it out all the way. But like I said, both of those guys could really go, and so that kind of made up for it a little bit, but the storyline kind of ruined it.
Yeah,
It
they
didn't make any
basically
sense, guys.
yeah, they basically killed that off quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
they
what?
got rid of that quick.
What? You know what, Troy? You just by saying quick just made me think of. Didn't they do the same shit last year with The Rock and John Cena and Cody? Like, and then what's his face? The rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll come in later.
Trav,
Like that. Travis.
Travis Scott.
Travis
Travis
Scott. There you
Scott.
go. Yep. Thank you. So that storyline kind of went nowhere. Like John Cena turned heel, does that, and then
The Rock's just gone.
yeah, The Rock
And
just
then they just have to turn him babyface real quick because there's no Rock anymore. Like, yeah, it was the same kind of deal. It made no sense. And I thought it could have been really good if you keep The Rock involved and all that stuff. But I guess something happened behind the scenes we don't know and kind of ruined that one too. Yeah.
So
for
this
sure.
back-to-back years, Cody's been kind of done dirty with these storylines of WrestleMania, and I'm a fan of Cody. I'm a fan of him. I like I like everything about Cody. He's a good wrestler, and I hope from what I saw today, some of the clips I saw, that the Punk versus him thing goes on for a year or whatever, and they make the slow turn and have them go at WrestleMania next year. That'd be phenomenal. I would love to see that match.
I think that was kind of like for the future though, because the Randy stuff's not done yet with the end of that match. Remember, he punted him. He did the punt. So I think that's gonna continue on Friday probably, and the Punk thing is just a foreshadowing for maybe SummerSlam.
Yeah,
is my guess.
Or maybe Punk does something at SummerSlam. Because I'd rather them just lead up to next year WrestleMania. I'd rather see them just fight, or wrestle next year WrestleMania on the big screen, because they could put a lot of money on their interests and the backstories, and Punk's a good storyteller. So I'm a fan.
So you want Cody to keep the belt that long? I don't think I can handle that. But
he can lose it. I can see him losing.
That's a long time.
Well, I mean, Roman's not going to lose it no time soon. He's part-timing.
Well, we'll see. No. Because did you guys see? Well, we got to get to that after day 2. I'll talk about that when we're done.
Yeah.
I know exactly where you're heading to. Yep.
Oh, the post show, yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, I didn't see that. So this is news to me, so I might pop on that pause. But just a wrap. So day 1 again, 4-hour slotted WrestleMania, only an hour and 40-something minutes of actual wrestling. It
was Sunday Night Heat. It was Sunday Night Heat before
Sunday
the real
Night
show.
Heat. Oh my God, was it WCW Thunder? Like, is that what it was?
I turned it to the preview channel. The channels were scrolling, and it was in the corner box right there, just like in 1996.
So what brought up a good point. The last 4 people that won the Andre the Giant award, whatever. So this year was Royce Keys, or formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs. I think the last 4 dudes were black dudes that won it.
Yeah.
So someone called it online Anton the Giant, or
I didn't hear that one. That's good.
Yeah, they gave like a black name for Andre Giant Award, but yeah, okay. So unless you were there live, I think if you were live, it was phenomenal. But for us consumer watched on TV, we're out day 1, kind of a dud. Is what it is. So let's move on to what we want to talk about. The reason why we are here, the reason why I jumped back in, I put my big toe back into wrestling recently, and that's Obafemi versus The Rock. And Troy's already getting ready for it. He's already getting ready. He's already getting that strut ready. Day 2 kicked off on ESPN2. All right. First time, that we're seeing WrestleMania on network TV, which is phenomenal. Now, I don't know if they call it network TV to stream it, whatnot, but it doesn't matter. They have 2 of the best matches all weekend for everybody to see the showcase. And that's what you're supposed to do. Now, me personally, I kind of like that they showcase this, because it took me back in the day when you would see like Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler on ABC boxing back in the day and stuff like that. So when you showcase your stars for the world to see, that's how you get more fans. And I tell you what, Obafemi is a star. 100%.
Yes.
When you see that, everybody's doing it in the crowd. What are your thoughts, not on the match, but just Obafemi as a wrestler, how they have built him up? How do y'all feel about him?
Oh my goodness, man. You can't build somebody up any quicker. I mean, this reminds me of Brock when he first came. And ironically, he wrestled Brock. My goodness, is he over? And that crowd is just chanting Oba, huh,
yeah,
Oba, huh, and doing the even George Kittle, like I talked about before the show started. I mean, you got the celebrities doing it too. I mean, he is a superstar in the making, and I expect him to be the WWE champion sooner rather than later, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I can see Troy. I can see Troy doing it now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Most definitely. You got to think, man. Back in the days, The Rock had the eyebrow raise and the catchphrases, and Stone Cold coming out smashing the beers. And when that glass shattered, you knew all hell was about to break loose. This guy comes out, and you got this dude already. Everybody's chanting his name the way they are, and that crowd goes wild, and everybody is engaged. It's not like everybody is doing it. It's phenomenal, man. I'm like, this is what's caught me back into it. I mean, gladiators coming into the ring and wrestling, man. This is what it was always about to me. So,
and he has the look. He doesn't look like a guy that works at Walmart like Seth Rollins, right? You see that guy in an airport or in a store, you're like, whoa, who's this guy? He's something. I don't know what he is, but he's something.
I'm 6'6" and I'm moving out of the way. I'll just let him on past. Go on in, man. You're good to go. Just do your thing, bro. Don't want no parts of it. I'm sure he's as wide as a hallway coming anywhere he goes down. It's just like, dude, it's just a mountain, man. But he's definitely got my attention, and that's what sucked me back in. Over these last few weeks, the buildup has been like, oh God. Yeah.
Oh, it was
amazing, man. That's how you build a star right there. And if y'all can see, Troy's rocking the Raiders as a Raider man through and through, kind of like my brother. And if you see Art Shell doing that thing just like this, you're gonna get out of his way. You know what I'm saying?
Getting out of his way. Getting out of
Big Lincoln Kennedy just
it's a great thing for wrestling. I mean, you can already see the effect that it's having on everybody else. Like, now he's gonna be the bar. So everybody is going to be going after him, and they're going to entangle him in everything. It's almost like when The Undertaker first came out. I can remember when he first came into the WWF, everybody was just like in awe over this guy because it's tall, just a big guy, overpowering all the other wrestlers and stuff. So, yeah, this is the mountain you got to climb. And, dude, I'm here for it. I'm back engaged. Seriously, man.
And you know who else was here? You know who else was here for it was Brock Lesnar, because he doesn't put people over like that. He must really like the guy.
Yeah.
He sees the same thing, right? And I mentioned that Oba reminded me of Brock when he debuted. I kind of think we're on the same trajectory, right? He's going to run through people for the next few months. And I'm calling it now. And I wanted to talk about it when we got tonight too. He's going to win the world title at SummerSlam. They already started kind of teasing it on the after show. Let's jump into it. So they asked Oba about, Roman, and he basically was like, hey, if Roman wants some, come get some, and this and that. Then Roman came out, and Roman was like, it was impressive what he did. He was like, but I did it for world titles. I did it in the biggest stage of all, beat Brock Lesnar. He was like, let's see what you do over the summer, big man. And when he said that, it clicked in my head. They're getting that thing pumped up for SummerSlam, no doubt about it. And that's where Brock won his first world title against The Rock, becoming the youngest, at the time, the youngest world champion of all time. So I'm expecting it. And let's get back to the match, too, because I can't skip over that. Man, he just ran through Brock Lesnar like hot butter. And if Brock does that for you, man, he sees something in you. Like I said, he thinks that guy's going to be a star. We all do. And Oba just looked fantastic on Sunday night.
I think what they did was I think it was great what they did, because they let Brock do his stuff and then they let Oba come back. Okay, they didn't just make it like a squash. Like, if y'all remember when Goldberg came back and went against Lesnar, it was kind of like spear over with. You know what I'm saying? And then a couple jackhammers, and it is what it is. Brock at least got some stuff off, and Oba sold for him, and then when Oba got up and Gabe put that choke slam on him, and you saw the crowd get up, and then when he put Brock with that pop-up power bomb, the crowd, I swear, I saw a baby get thrown in the air, do the Oba chant, and get fall right back down to their parent. They went nuts.
Oh, what about Brock selling after he gets up from the F5? He looked scared. Brock never looked scared. So, like I said, he must really think highly of this guy. And again, like we've all said, it's inevitable unless the WWE ruins something. He's going to be a star.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, and they want to
I
ride
feel
this train
Ryan,
while it's hot right now. They've got to
they
keep
better.
that fresh and just jump on whatever this is with Oba. Just keep it going. You could do a lot of things with this guy. A lot of good matches to be had coming up.
And they talk about want to take the WWE to Africa. There you go. That's your ambassador right there.
Oh, there you go.
And Troy had brought up a good point. This man did a 80-yard Obafemi strut to the ring prior to us recording it. 80 yards. And I bet you 50, was it 55, 58,000, whatever? I'm sure 51,000 were at least doing the same show. Only people that weren't doing are people that didn't have arms or legs. You know, everyone else was just in it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I haven't seen somebody go 80 yards with that kind of crowd reaction since Adrian Peterson, guys. I mean, it's what an incredible entrance, and to make it at the biggest stage of them all, it's pretty great to see.
Yeah, that's WrestleMania. That's what people tune in to see. That's what, you know, the layman's, the people that don't really get into wrestling, people that say, oh, what's that on TV? Oh, that's pretty cool. Those two guys going at it. That's what needs to happen for everybody to get back on board. You know, because you have, you know, your fans that are just here for, you know, the glitz and glamour. Maybe somebody does a backflip, whatever. Okay, cool. But some people want to see the big dudes go at it, like Troy said, the gladiators.
And it was great to kick off WrestleMania, right? That's another thing. It was the first match.
Yep.
So even Omar got to see it.
He stayed up for the whole thing. Come on, he ain't fall asleep. I'm sure Omar he was there for that, all that good stuff. And well, so we all saw the greatness of that match and the magnitude of and the importance of that match for Obafemi. And now we see the flip side of thing with the ladder match. And that's tradition, you know. They always have the ladder matches since, like, you know, the Hardys and Edge and Christian and Dudley Boys and all of them had those crazy ladder matches. This did not disappoint. This was, they showcased Javon Evans. So the world got to see, was he 20, 21 years old?
Yeah.
Or something like that. They got to showcase Dragon Lee, show him. And you see the old dog, the Rey Mysterio must be fountain of youth. This man he's not skipped a beat, okay? He should be on a Mount Rushmore for a lot of people. I mean, he's getting up there for me, you know, but just the longevity and the fact that he hasn't slowed down, still doing those moves, not as wild, crazy moves, but he's still, you know, you can tell with some wrestlers when they get to a certain age, they drop a little bit, but he can still go. And this ladder match did not disappoint. How do you guys feel about it?
The number one luchador of all time, Dion, easily.
Oh yeah,
Rey Mysterio. Yeah, I mean, the ladder match did what it was supposed to do. I mean, a whole bunch of high spots, just fun, getting everybody out of their seats, just beating the hell out of each other. Like you said, showing Evans' athleticism, which is insane. That cutter to Rusev was insane. Yeah. I mean, he jumped a mile across the ring to hit that, and it was spectacular. And Penta being Penta, Dragon Lee being Dragon Lee, it was a fun match. It was a good way to, you know, end the show on ESPN and make you want to order it if you didn't already to go watch it the rest on the app.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I feel like with this match, we were already up here with Oba and Brock. Usually you think when you get a good match, it dips a little bit. It stayed the same or maybe even kind of went up and down, you know, maybe a little higher, but it's kept that same intensity as far as the engagement of the crowd being involved. So, you know, after that, we jump right into the show of WrestleMania Night 2. Besides the main event, which we'll get on, I do want to talk about was Danhausen night 1 or 2? I think I may have skipped over him on night 1. Okay, good. He was...
They did it right. They did that whole thing right before the main event.
I wanted to make sure I talked about it. Wasn't sure if he was just night 1 or 2. Okay.
You better not. You might get cursed, Dion.
Yeah,
don't get canceled already, man.
Well, I thought they were because they called that group the Midgets, but that's their crew. That's their name, the Midgets.
They want to be called that. So yeah.
Yeah, so hey, it was okay. My thing with Danhausen, they booed him at first, but I am so happy that he is over now. The people like him, and just it's a slap in the face to Tony Khan from AEW who didn't really use him. I know he got hurt, but they kind of didn't really use him. Probably think he'd make it over there in WWE, but look at him now. He's probably killing it with the t-shirt sales and whatnot. So I wanted to bring up Danhausen and The Miz. The Miz is the black R-Truth, okay? I mean, the white R-Truth. The Miz is the white R-Truth. And he's gonna be around forever as long as he does this little comedy, stooging, and things like that. They're gonna keep a job for him. You know, the fact he came from, you know, real world, you know, MTV show, and then being a wrestler for damn near 20 years. So they're gonna keep him around, you know, to do whatever jobs he has to do. That new guy he has, I don't know who he is, but I thought he took a real nut shot from that little guy. I thought that was for real. So, man,
and I chuckled a little bit when they carried him out. The little Miz carrying the Miz up the ramp. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Come on. That's pretty funny.
You needed that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
what was the guy's name? I'm sorry. What was the guy's name
there
back in the day that was always going up against The Rock? He had the green mask and the cape and everything.
The Hurricane.
That's kind of
the Hurricane.
Hurricane Hell.
Silliness that.
Yeah.
He called him the hamburger or something.
Remember, he got both him and the Stone Cold and Triple H in the choke slam in the Royal Rumble. And they were like, "Man, if you get your little ass off me," just threw him out the ring.
And they would announce him as 300+ pounds as well. Just totally insane.
Oh, Shane Helms. That's old Sugar Shane Helms. That's funny. You know what? Thinking about that, yeah, I can see that. You know, he does, as long as he doesn't wrestle too much. I'm pretty sure he can wrestle, but I don't know if he can wrestle WWE style because he's a littler guy. And if you're not a high flyer.
I mean, the WWE loves it's for the kids, right? And he's the perfect guy for that. He's going to be a top-selling action figure. I guarantee it. I mean, he's what Matt Cardona calls toyetic. He's toyetic. He's got the face paint. He'll have the cape. It'll be a top-selling WWE toy by the end of the year. I guarantee it.
Keep what he's doing. He'll be there for years on end. You know, it's just, you got to have people like that to keep the kids engaged. So, you know, they can make money because WWE, they just care about money. That's all they're worried about. You know, if you can sell for them, good. You know, it is what it is.
And the guy you were talking about with the Miz is Kit Wilson. That's his name. I couldn't think of it either.
Kit Wilson, okay. He's like a British guy or whatever. Like
he was in a tag team in NXT, and then they brought him up singly. So
okay,
now he's with the Miz.
Yeah, you know, more power to him. Hopefully everything works out for him. But you know, one thing that didn't work out was Jade Cargill. You know, she went against Rhea Ripley. And like I said before we got on, if you are the champion and you walk out first, I automatically think you're going to lose. Okay? Because last year they gave her a nice entrance going against Naomi. You know, she had that nice Storm outfit looking like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. I had to put on a plate of business. Anyways, she came out with the I have to job look on her face. The same look she had on her last match at AEW when she went against Chris Statlander. You know, I could just tell that she was going to lose. They weren't going to let Rhea Ripley lose to her. I just didn't see that happen. And of course, she comes out with, you know, the nice entrance and all that good stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah, I see what's going on. I enjoyed the match. What'd you guys think about the match?
I can't agree with you more. The champion coming out first is a dead giveaway to a loss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guarantee you it's 99.9%. I mean, there's probably one or two that, you know, that won. Who cares who has the best entrance? Champ comes out second.
Yeah.
WWE learn champ comes out second no matter what. Let's do that. Like, let's make that a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in agreement too. So well, from what I can remember, that's how it always was.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. When's the last time a champ came out first and won?
I don't think it happens, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't. I'll have to think. I'm thinking, for some reason, I just keep thinking of Hogan versus Starrcade. I went to with Hogan winning against Sting when Sting came back, but Sting won, so didn't matter. My thing on Jade Cargill, I think she's come a long way in her wrestling, and she's getting better and better. I think she's not there yet. Only thing with her is she, learning the timing down, you know, but she's getting it. Like, you can see when other wrestlers are helping her out. You know, Rhea Ripley helped her out a lot, like overselling certain moves, doing things on the fly. It was a decent match. It wasn't. I didn't hate it. I know you guys like the ending, right? The
ending was. I thought it was spectacular. The reversing of Jade's finish into Rhea's finish was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, Jade's a little sloppy. She's still a little green. Some of the moves that Rhea tried to hit on her, it made Rhea kind of look weak because she couldn't get her up. But that was Jade's fault, right? If you know wrestling, a lot of it was Jade's fault. But like you said, she's getting better. She's got the look.
She has a look.
So that's why they keep giving her chance after chance. She looks like a superstar. So maybe she'll get there. But she's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Some of those moves did look sloppy, and when wrestling, because obviously people don't know Peach actually did wrestle. It's a 50-50 thing, and you got to trust the person you're in there with. And if the other person isn't going 50-50 with you, something's going to be sloppy. So it is what it is. But it was a cool match. The ending was great. I wasn't a big fan of B-Fab and Maxine Dupree. Did I get the names right? Maxine Dupree, yeah, whatever. Thing 1 and 2 jumping in. I thought that was kind of meh. No, Mishin, that's who it was. Keith Lee's wife.
Yes, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You're right.
I thought that was okay. And then Io Sky coming in. I wish Io Sky would have wrestled, because she's pretty good. She's very good. I wish she would have wrestled WrestleMania, but it's what it is. But Rhea Ripley, she won. Shout out to her. We skipped over Liv Morgan on night 1, I believe, in her little music video.
There wasn't really much to talk about.
Yeah.
That's why we skipped over it, probably.
Yeah. Oh no! I just thought about it. I was like, should we talk about that? But it wasn't much. Yeah, wasn't much. Everybody wants to know, they promoted her music video more than they did the match. Yeah.
Like, that music video made absolutely no sense for the build-up. It was just, hey, can I do my song out there? Okay, go ahead. It might be a cool entrance.
I had no idea it was her until Troy said something. I had no idea. I didn't know she even. I didn't know she made music, but
I mean, you're not Michael P.S. Hayes and the Freebirds. Let's stop with that. You're over already. You don't need to be a musician.
Hey, P.S. stands for pure sexy. But let's just jump right into the main event then. This build up I liked.
Oh man, it was a great build up. Fantastic.
Punk said some stuff. About burying him next to his dad. Saying stuff like that, they're going against the Samoans in general, and then getting the Usos involved and saying you got to apologize and this, that, and the third. It was hard to build Punk as the good guy, but then he would say things like, I'm here for the fans, I'm here for you people. Roman's not here, he's a part-timer. So it made people be conflicted, like, all right, who's the heel, who's the babyface in this match? And Roman kept the same energy. He gets, I'll say one on his facial expressions, he's a 10 of 10. Okay, he can tell a story without even saying anything, just his facial expressions. I thought Roman played his part. It was phenomenal. I love the entrances. I love how they showed his family, his whole, the tree and everybody with the video, even Yokozuna up there. I thought it was pretty dope with his entrance, and then Punk's entrance was dope. The name
Ring of Honor days.
The Ring of Honor, yeah, the Ring of Honor days. I love how they showed him walking through Gorilla. He's smiling. It's quiet. You hear the anticipation of the crowd, and you get to kind of feel what the wrestlers feel going to a freaking packed stadium with 50-some thousand people. Everyone's chanting his name. It's quiet. He sits down. He yells out, "It's clobbering time." The people yelled it also, and then the music kicked in. I thought that was awesome. I chef's kiss on that.
That might be his new entrance, by the way, because last night on Raw he came out with no music and he did this clobbering time, and then the music hit. So that might be something new. I liked it too. I liked it a lot. And let's get into the match, because I thought it was a brilliant storytelling. Great match. And you know what I said last week when we talked about the build-up? I said the build-up's great. I don't know if Punk can do it in the ring anymore. And he did. He came through.
Killed it.
I love, like I said, the storytelling was brilliant. Old Man Punk was the ending, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was too old and tired to finish.
Yeah.
And that, it's like I said, that's what wrestling's all about, is the storytelling. And they did a perfect job. There was no blunders in the match. They beat the hell out of each other. And a superb ending. Roman is your new champion. Let's go. He said he's back full time, at least for the summer. So we'll see him every week on Raw, I'm assuming, until SummerSlam at least.
I loved it. I was a fan. I'm here for it. I will say one thing. When Punk took what is the
Ulafala.
When he took that from Carlos, I think it's Carlos Oleg, the guy, UFC light heavyweight champ. That was him. He took it off of him, put it on him, and then I was like, oh, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what it's made out of, but I've always wanted somebody to say, I will take one of those peppers and season my chicken with it. I always wanted someone to say that. But when he took that, put that on, I was like, ooh, you're not gonna win. And then when he did the nut shot and I was like, go to sleep, I was like, oh man, not like this. But yeah,
They played to the Moxley ending in AEW. That's how he beat Moxley. Hit the go to sleep, bounced off the ropes, fell on the shoulders. But like I said, this time he's too old to get him up. He's too tired. He was exhausted. And then Roman reverses it, turns it into a spear and wins. And like I said, I love that kind of stuff, man. Beautiful storytelling.
So I got a question for you guys. I mean, once again, I'm just, getting back into it. Do you think CM is on his way out the door soon?
Not yet. Like I said, he's gonna. I agree with Dion. I think they're gonna make that another big match at Mania next year. Him and Cody. They're teasing it too much, man, and you can't put that on at Backlash, right? It's got to be a huge show. So
I think that that's a good question. I don't think he's done just yet. I would say maybe in a 2-3 year plan, he's probably done because Punk is what 46, 47. He's upper 40s. I know that.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if this match leading up to Cody, he gets the belt, hangs on to it for a bit, and then maybe it's kind of like one of the John Cena things. He's champion and then he walks out. So there again, I'm just catching back up to all this. So I'm just, interested in what you guys think.
My God, fellas, what are we doing? How do we forget to talk about Brock Lesnar maybe retiring in mid-ring? What are we doing?
I forgot all about that. Jeez.
Yeah, so after that match, if the fans listening don't know what I'm talking about, Brock loses and he takes his boots off, he takes his gloves and puts them in the ring, and that is symbolic. In professional wrestling, that's what you do to tell that you're done with wrestling and you're retiring. What a shock. And I think with it being Brock Lesnar, that was off the cuff and Brock Lesnar thing. Paul Heyman with legitimate tears told me that and made me believe it. I think he's done. And I was shocked because the talk of the town for the last few months was his last match is going to be at SummerSlam because it's in Minnesota, his hometown. But I think he's done. And what another big way for Obafemi to get over. You just retired Brock possibly. So I can't believe we forgot that, but yeah, had to be mentioned. We cannot forget.
I totally forgot. Shit. Good shit, Peach. Taking the boots off and he took the gloves. Like in MMA, you take your gloves off, you leave them in the cage. So that's kind of symbolic to his professional wrestling career. And when he came back from UFC, he started wearing those type of gloves and taking that out is like probably double. But I don't know. I think it was kind of planned because
it could be a work.
He stayed.
Could have got me.
He stayed in the ring. The crowd, I just don't see them just letting him just linger there, not knowing that was going to happen in the ring, and the camera stayed on him. And think about it. This was on ESPN too, so everybody's watching, and all the news people are tuned in for this. Yeah. So that's why I think it's kind of a work, because Gunther said, "I got one last favor," and that favor could be, "I want Brock."
Yeah. That's true, because the favor has to come from Heyman.
Yep. So that's where, but if I'm completely wrong, which I've been wrong a gazillion times, do you guys feel this being fitting for Brock being done if he is done?
I just think Brock goes by his own drum, right? He's that kind of guy. He does what he wants. So I could see it being off the cuff and out of nowhere, but you bring up a good point with the favor. Like, what other favor would he ask Paul Heyman for at this point? He's not really in a storyline with any Paul Heyman guys anymore.
Right.
Gunther. So you could be right there. That's a good point. Very good point.
I'm gonna do that. Troy, whenever I go get bourbon, I'm gonna do that strut, the Obafemi strut. That's gonna be my bourbon strut from now on.
Make sure you got 2 bottles of Blanton's in your hand. So you're carrying them like this to the counter. Set them up there. Yeah.
I'm actually Ruben for his card too. Like, Ruben, let me borrow your card.
I forget, somebody made a meme. You know the necklace Obafemi wears?
Yeah.
Man, he said, "Why is he wearing a Dunkin' Donut munchkins around his neck?" And I cry.
Wow.
Go look at that necklace. It's Dunkin' Donut munchkins perfectly.
Wow.
He's gonna take a bite.
Bite halt.
Bite off it. They're hungry.
Yeah, that's a Halloween costume right there. I rock that shit too for Halloween. And munch on the shits all day. That's funny. Well, I mean, just to finish up on WrestleMania night two. Night two was phenomenal. That was, they ended it great. They started great. They should have just had that. Add Gunther, Seth Rollins, add Cody. We would just had a perfect, flawless victory right there for WrestleMania. But
I agree, and I know they want to kind of like, it's the biggest show of the year, so they want to get as many people on it because it's an honor and stuff. But because it's an honor, I think only the best of the best should be on it. It should be one night. And like you said, the matches that you said should have been the only matches on it. And if you don't make the cut, you don't make the cut. You know, this ain't a participation trophy award, is it? Right?
Well,
like why put everybody on it just to put everybody on it? But that's just me.
Well, if my counter to that would be, if you're doing 2 nights and you have another brand, NXT, take their best and put the people that couldn't make it against them on the night one or something like that, and maybe showcase them a little bit. But you know, to whoever went out there, I know Wildcard Omar, Bobby G, Omar, Ball and Buzz, they were all out there in attendance. I know they had a blast out there. I thought night 2 was phenomenal. It started and ended great. And now we got the Obafemi craze going on right now. Now Troy is back in wrestling. Okay, so Troy is going to be strutting, left and right. You know, and if someone talks to him incorrectly, he might give you a pop-up power bomb. You never know.
That power bomb is something special. I've seen a lot of power bombs from a lot of wrestlers. That thing looks so aggressive. He just and I'm like, oh well. Hope nobody lands on their neck the wrong way with that, because it's lights out. You're done.
Oh Jesus!
You're going out in the stretcher. So yeah.
And what a way to put over a power bomb when Sid Vicious gets into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
Yeah. Good point.
Perfect.
Sid. Yeah.
I saw a meme, and it was saying Stephanie McMahon gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, and it was the same day that China passed away.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I was like, holy shit. I don't know if it was the same day or close to the same day, but someone put up a meme like that. I was like, ooh.
Like it was an anniversary. Holy crap.
Yeah. That's kind of wild. But before we get out of here, I'm glad you said that. Top 5 power bombs, or in no order, who had the best power bombs? We can go.
Nash is one of them.
Okay.
Sid,
okay.
You brought him up earlier. I loved Ahmed Johnson's Pearl River Plunge. I did. Except when he did it in WCW.
Oh, James too fat.
Yeah.
Ahmed's, Pearl River. I kind of want, like, Obafemi. I put his over Kevin Owens, because just Kevin Owens looked like, he's worked for HF for no disrespect to them, but I just feel like he's just a regular guy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put a guy up there that people are forgetting about. Mike Awesome. The Awesome Bomb.
Oh yeah,
was great. That was a good power bomb right there.
Batista bomb was good because he sat down. He sat down also. Pearl River Plunge, Atom Bomb. There's his.
I think Nash is probably one. I'm like, now thinking about it, like he power bombed the Giant. I mean,
he put on his neck, almost killed him.
Yeah, but he did it more than once, and the other times were perfect. Like, they were really good. And I just like how he dropped it from high. That's why I like Sid's too, because they didn't go with it. They just
Undertaker.
The last ride was good.
Yeah,
last ride was good.
He was the wedgie. When he he just bam. Yeah, I don't know if we do any order, but yeah, those were some top power bombs.
We still got to give Oba some time, though. He's still got some matches ahead of him, so could be a lot of good ones coming out.
Do we count the Razor's Edge as a power bomb?
Yeah.
Razor's Edge power bomb? It's similar.
Kinda.
Okay. Here's an outlier. Chris Candido power bomb off the top rope.
Oh, that was awesome. The blonde bombshell.
Bombshell. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Check out ECW, Google or YouTube, Chris Candido, ECW, powerbomb off the top rope, or Mike Awesome throwing what's his name, Tanaka, Spike Dudley, powerbomb somebody off the ropes into the concrete onto the tables. Oh man, no, couldn't pay me. Hell no, I'm sorry, ain't doing that to me. But that was a fun show, fellas. All right, we're gonna wrap things up. It's your main man, ClubberD. We got my man Peach. We got Troy back in it. That was WrestleMania 42 recap. I appreciate y'all listening, and we out.
See you.
Peace.